All right, Frankie. Diplomat's dialogue for the fighter with the best post-fight interview or call out.
This is a really tricky one for me because I'm not seeing a lot of charisma on the card. This is what worries. Do you know what? Yeah, I mean, Renato Moicano is always good value if he gets the win, which a lot of people don't think he will, and I don't want to. Renato Moicano is always good for a soundbite, coming out with something crazy. So he's somebody I'm definitely considering. Possibly even Kayla Harrison to an extent. I think she's gonna talk some mad shit when she steamrolls through Holly Holm. The reason why it might be impactful is because you don't really see women doing that often, and Kayla did that a lot in PFL.
Yeah,
like she outright says some outlandish shit. Like she doesn't hold any punches back in terms of going after people. And I think she's gonna she might even call out Amanda Nunes. She might do some I don't know. With Kayla, you can expect anything. She might. Yeah. I can see her telling Amanda Nunes to come back, especially with Amanda Nunes getting put in the Hall of Fame that night as well. That might be I think
that's a good one. That is a good one.
I think I might. I mean, Jamal Hill, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Kayla. I just think that because she's new to the game, and I think with what I'm expecting her to do, and for what she's planning to do with the women's division, I think I'm gonna roll with her. Just because people have the UFC audience will have no idea who she is.
Yeah.
And I think when she blitzes through Holly Holm, which is what I'm expecting, I think she's gonna say some crazy shit. Slim pickings on this card, though. Gotta say, I'm interested to see what you guys think.
Well, I'm gonna go with somebody who is almost guaranteed to win. The biggest favorite on the card, I think. I'm gonna go with Bo Nickal. I think that he takes this win and just gets on there and just acts ignorant, just saying some outlandish shit. I'm pretty sure it all for somebody ridiculous, because the UFC is gonna push him to do so.
What do you think he's gonna call out?
I think he'll probably. I mean, you know what? Off camera, he'll call out somebody like Hamzat Chimaev or people up there in the top 10 or something like that. I think that he calls out somebody in the top 15 for sure, like easily somebody in the top 15. Because I think that he. I mean, and it's not a wrong thing to believe. I think that he thinks that at this stage right now he could go up there and get the belt.
He thinks he's ready. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so I think that he's going to take the opportunity at this stage with all these eyeballs on him to, say how he feels and say that he deserves to fight somebody in the top 15, and he may pick a name. I don't think that he's ready for that. I think that if he picks the wrong person, he's going to get humbled, but maybe that's what he needs. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I think that he's going to say something after he crushes Cody Brundage.
I like that.
I like that too. I really like the Kayla Harrison one. I could totally see that. I actually just watched her interview. I can't remember who it was with, but I actually fell in love with her. I was like, she just says what's on the top of her mind. Yeah. And I love it. I know she's she's going through a weight cut right now, so get a little feisty, but I love it. On the flip side of things, I really like how wholesome Holly is. I might go with Holly, but it's almost too easy.
She's the preacher's daughter.
Yeah. Oh, I love Holly. I actually don't care about the outcome of this. I like the outcome of both of them. But yeah, I think it's kind of hard not to go Moicano because he's a maniac. But
I think the Moicano
I think-
he does have the most charisma on this entire card.
100%, but he's probably the least likely of the three to win as well.
Yeah.
He might be talking out of one of those, those robotic machines at the end of, the walking.
Just like come out like the shit that Kane used to have in WWE. Y'all are crazy. Jamal Hill, boy, okay. It depends what Jamal Hill shows up, because he might say some off the wall shit. He's
the one with an Achilles or the one without.
I don't like you. Woo! I'm gonna.
Have you heard Jamal Hill rap though?
Is it like a Kevin Durant thing?
No. He was freestyling, but like he can rap for real.
Yeah, I figure he'd be quite good. I don't know why I'd assumed that, but there's something about him.
He's good. He's good.
So it is like a Kevin Durant thing where you're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't heard it, but I'm gonna go Holly. Because I do hope. I think I am leaning toward Holly, although I don't care who wins this one here.
Yeah.
Holly might be the kryptonite for judo.
Yeah. Based on past.
We'll see. Kayla. Oh man, those takedowns. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see. All right. Let's see. I forgot who went last. Okay. I think Jack. So we've got Archer's Aim. This is for the most accurate striker of the night. What you thinking, Jax?
Ooh-wee. I'm gonna say for this one, this one's kind of easy for me because I think that I picked the person whose target is probably the most hittable, and so it's gonna be hard for them to miss. So I'm gonna pick Davison Figueiredo because I feel like Cody's very, very, very easy to hit. So that's an easy one. That's a no-brainer for me. And hopefully no-brainer is not going to be what Cody's going to be afterwards. But I do think that Davidson's going to beat that ass.
That was a good, easy one. Okay.
Yeah, I've got two in mind. I think Jamal Hill's going to have a lot of success. Jamal Hill's going to have a lot of success getting to Alex Pereira. I do think he's going to connect quite a bit. But the one I'm going to go with is Sadiq Youssef. Now, the reason why I think this is because Diego Lopez is one of those guys who gets into the fire quite a bit. And I think he's fallen in love with his striking more than I think his striking is not as good as he thinks, or his stand-up is not as good as he thinks it is. Because he starched a couple of guys out recently. I think he's going to dive into the fire with Sadiq Youssef. And I think he's going to be shocked at how good Sadiq Youssef is. That Sadiq Youssef that we saw in the first 2 rounds against Edson Barbosa was accurate as fuck. He was peppering his head off. And if he hadn't gassed out in that fight, I mean, that fight could have been stopped multiple times. So I'm saying Sadiq is highly underrated in his ability to find the target. And I think that because of the way Diego Lopez fights, he's going to put himself in that kind of battle. And I think he's going to get a nasty surprise.
I actually think Sadiq's going to win. But that's a good pick. I like that one too.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sadiq Youssef.
Super Sadiq, Nigerian.
Sadiq. With the funniest voice in the game.
I don't know. Chris might be him on that.
That voice is making him some money though.
Yeah, his YouTube stuff.
Oh yeah, it's not.
No, the Disney thing. The Disney thing.
Awaju.
Yeah, Awaju.
I can't remember. Yeah,
it's
good.
I knew it was doing something like that. I haven't actually seen it, but
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think I might have killed it with the kids. Like I might have watched it straight through. Yeah. Oh shit, my pick. Okay. I think I'm going Max. It's pretty easy. I don't think an explanation is needed on that one.
No, not really.
Yeah.
He is accurate. You know, you can ask another person on the card how accurate he is. You ask Calvin Cater how accurate Max is.
Yeah.
He'll tell you.
Can I say this as a sidebar quickly? What is it with the UFC constantly putting people on the same card who have had their ass whooped by somebody else? Isn't that a bit cruel? I know it's on every single card.
Yeah.
They're always on the card of somebody. There's always somebody on the card who's got their ass beat by somebody else.
It's true. I mean, there's quite a few on this one. Quite a few.
Which ones?
Well, this one is unavoidable, but
well, let's see.
A life altering smashing from Max. Imagine turning up at the fighting meetings and you've got a fight, and sitting across the table is a guy who used you like a pinata. 25 minutes.
Well, really Alex's last fight was against Yuri. Yuri's just a few fights before him. That's one. Yan Xiaonan and Zhang Weili both beat Jessica Andrade.
Mollywopped her.
I mean, embarrassingly.
Her out. They're both first round knockouts, weren't they? Both of them.
Both of them.
Both.
Yeah.
I might have to think about that pick now, you know. You can have her head down, like, you know. No.
Hey, you know what? I think Marina Rodriguez is the most unsung fighter on this entire card outside of Cody Brunt that you probably shouldn't be on this card.
Yes. I think she's woeful.
I think that she's going to put on a performance, man. I don't know if she's going to win. I think she's going to do pretty well because she's fighting unless Jessica comes in there with the takedowns. But knowing Jessica, she wants to get a win impressively, throw that overhand. But I think Marina's going to show how good she really is. But
I can see us getting into verbals about that later.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. That's a good shot.
All right.
Like that pick.
Okay. Epic of Thermopylae. So this is for the fight that was a true testament to the warrior spirit. So reminiscent of the legendary battle. I love this one. Okay. What's up, Frankie? What do you have?
Yeah, I think for me, there's only one fight on the card that stands out for this. It's got to be the BMF fight. I can't really, because I think it's the one. I think it's the one fight where we know we're not going to see any takedowns, and I think both men are going to beat the brakes off each other the entire time. The thing is that there are loads of fights that I think are going to be like. I think Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira are going to go to war for however long it lasts. I think the same thing is going to happen with Erie and Rakic. I think they're going to go to war. I think Diego Lopez and Sadiq Youssef are going to have a scrap. You can't look past that BMF title because I just think it's, like I said, it's the one fight where they're going to feel obligated to not throw a single takedown in. It literally has we have no choice but to beat the brakes off each other. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think it's literally going to be the two of them standing in there going, right, let's show the world who can dish and take the most lickings. And I just think it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
I know it's the obvious pick, but I just can't, it's got to be real, and it is the obvious pick for a reason.
You sure it's not going to be Calvin and Aljo?
I think Aljo is going to stick his head in Kayla's balls. I think it's going to be Kayla's ball stack. So I think it's going to happen in 15 minutes.
I thought that was your boy, man.
I know.
Ball hugging. So it's all good. Whatever gets you to win.
Yeah, it's true. Whatever gets you to win. I mean, that's not wrong. That's definitely not wrong at all. But I wanted to throw a different fight into the conversation, and that is one that we kind of talked about, and that's Jalen Turner against Renato Moicano. And it's a lot because I know that Moicano's he doesn't really get super duper into the fight until he gets hurt. He's got kind of that a little bit of Frankie Edgar in him, and he's gonna get hurt. Jalen Turner is he could have been one of the ones that we chose for that Archer's Aim, because his striking is unbelievable. I heard an interview with Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping used Jalen Turner to mimic Anderson Silva when he was preparing for that fight, and he said that he was having problems with him in sparring. So Jalen Turner has improved leaps and bounds since that time, and him fighting somebody who he has a clear striking advantage against, I think is going to bode well for the punishment that he's going to put on him. But by the same token, Moicano doesn't go away. He's not a fighter that goes away, and you alluded to it earlier with the short notice fight that he took against RDA. He did not go away at all in that fight. He had multiple times that he could have quit, and he didn't. And so because of that, I think that this fight is going to be epic. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be an amazing way to, really dive into the prelims once we get to it. So got to go with that fight.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna like my pick, because the obvious one is, Max. Yeah, I'm gonna go Holly and Kayla, and this is just gonna be, again, what I hope happens.
A lot of hopes and prayers going into this one.
But the potential, though, I really can, for what you're saying.
Because, dude, you really don't know what the fuck Kayla's gonna come do at 135. Like, I really want to see how this weight cut affects her, like we all think. And I hope she pulls through. I want to see what her striking is like. I think that's the biggest difference between her and Ronda. I know we make a lot of similarities between the two, but I think she does have a bit of better striking than Ronda. I know we give Ronda a lot of shit, but it was only the shadow boxing that was horrendous. Okay, it was only the shadow boxing that was horrendous in my eyes. But whatever. Anyway, we won't go down the road. On the flip side, I would love to see Holly make an epic comeback and knock her head off. I think that right high kick is there for her. I think it's gonna go. It's a coin toss, Jax, right? Coin toss.
Hey man, leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. He said a low blow.
I give one quick honorable mention before we move on, just quickly, because there's one.
Yeah.
Especially with Justin and Max being such an obvious choice,
yeah.
I think there is potential as well. I know I said that Zhang Weili is going to dominate, but there is the potential as well that Yan, because with them both being Chinese fighters and them having that pride on the line as well, and they know that their whole country's going to be watching. I can see Yan Xiaonan going hell for leather, and she's somebody who doesn't mind getting into a nasty scrap. And I think if she's facing a moment when she's really getting her ass whooped, I can see her biting down and just going wild and swinging for the fences. So I could potentially see that being an epic scrap. I think people are selling Yan a little bit short.
Yan got hands, man. Yan's has come along. I mean,
and she's coming off a knockout as well, like a brutal knockout.
She is.
So I don't know. I do think Weili is gonna. I expect Weili to dominate. There is the potential for that one, especially with where they're both from.
Yeah.
There's some regional stuff going on there as well with the Chinese thing. They're from different provinces. Have a little bit of tension, and I can see that them knowing the eyeballs they're gonna have on in their country, it might bring a little bit more out of her. So yeah, I think that could be really wild. I think that fight's gonna impress a lot of people. It's gonna hold a lot of people who were talking shit about it as well.
Are there people talking shit about it?
Yeah, I think because of the way that it was announced and stuff, there was some unfair and unnecessary heat that it got while we waited for an hour for our pal Uncle Dana. I did slap fight for an hour.
Yeah.
And then and then using that and then he announced that at the end of an hour long advertising. It's just the worst. So it pissed a lot of people off. But yeah, I love that fight. I think it's worthy to be on this card. Honorable mention, yeah.
Let's see. Do we have one more? We have one more.
Yeah, I think we got one.
This is the best one. Drake's curse. So who's Drake going to bet on? And who's going to lose?
Man. Who's got this one first?
I think it's you.
Oh, this one's obvious. It's got to be Jamal Hill, man. Like, here's the thing, though. Like,
no, wait. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I personally want Jamal Hill to win. I do. But as I've stated on multiple videos, I just think it's too early, man. I think it's too early to fight somebody of Alex Pereira's ilk at this point of your recovery. You are still in recovery, sir. And I just think it's too much. And I think that Drake is, I mean, he's out here taking L's himself. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick has flamed him. So, I mean, he's just going to mess up Jamal Hill's stuff too. So Drake is going to mess it all up. And Jamal's going to lose. And
do you think fighters call him at this stage and say, please don't put money on me?
I don't know, because they should.
Real.
It really is, man.
Did he bet on Dustin?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
I know he bet on Izzy last time. That's for sure. Against Sean Strickland.
Yeah, he certainly did that. I mean, that must have really stung.
He thought he had that one in the bag.
Yeah. Thought that was easy money. He's like, I'm gonna break the curse. It's gonna be an easy one. I know he's bet on like Paddy and Molly in the past, and actually got wins because I think he sent them watches or whatever.
Oh.
He bet on Strickland too.
Yeah, he did. He bet on Sean Strickland
against Drickus.
Mm-hmm.
That must have really stung.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bet on Francis Ngannou as well.
Yeah, that was just brain dead. Well, against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, he bet on Jake Paul against Tommy Fury. Yeah.
Oh, he put 1.2 million on Leon.
Yeah, he won that one.
Yeah, he got that one.
Oh no, to beat Kobe.
For was it Kobe? That was Kamara.
That's what I saw. That he bet on Leon to beat Kobe.
That's Kobe. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's got some wins, but he's got a lot of losses.
More losses than wins. That's why it's a curse.
100%. Yeah.
Sub 500 record.
I forgot Sean Strickland's nickname was Tarzan. Okay. All right, Frankie. Before I take us down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, there's a few obviously obvious contenders, but I'm just gonna go straight to I think he's gonna lose money betting on Charles Oliveira.
Charlie Olives.
Yeah, I love, you know how much I love Charles Oliveira. I really do. I think he's gonna lose this fight. I think it's gonna be very reminiscent of the fight that he had with Islam. And the thing is, yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit more when we do the breakdown. So look out for that. This is a little spoiler alert for you because you probably weren't expecting me to say this. But I think Charlie does well against people that he that have like a fear of going down to the ground with him. Whereas I don't think Arman's gonna have that fear. He's very, very solid on the ground in terms of wet blanketing and defending from jiu-jitsu positions and stuff like that. I think he's very, very good there. And I think if they get into a striking match and he catches him, Charlie's going to go down thinking I'll either have some time or he'll come in with me and I'll be able to deal with him. And he's going to be really surprised at how powerful he is. And I can see Arman possibly wet blanketing him for long periods of this fight. And maybe like I said, winning maybe not in the most, emphatic, fun way, but yeah. And I think that Drake is going to be dumb enough to bet on Charlie, because I think a lot of people are going to be doing the same. A lot of people seem to be, especially with the odds that he's at as well. I mean, how do you bet against Charles Oliver? And Sarukin, he hasn't beaten anybody too spectacular. Benil, I guess, but like,
that's the only one I thought of too. I think if I'm Armin,
biggest one.
Yeah. If I'm Armin, I wouldn't want to go to the ground with Charles. That's for sure.
Yeah, and most people.
That's like the bulk of his wins. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I think the Olives and Sarukin's going to be very similar to what the Islam fight was like. I really do.
I'm glad you said that. I have a counter argument to that when we talk about it.
Okay.
Perfect. Looking forward.
I don't want to vote on this one. I don't want to vote on this one. If I'm voting, I would probably say Jamal Hill. Unfortunately.
So I mean, I just hope that he doesn't bet on Jamal Hill. That's really what it comes down to. I'm going for Jamal. Nothing against Alex. It's just something about Jamal. He feels more relatable to me, not because he's black, but because of how his personality. It just feels more relatable. Even though I like Alex a lot, he has charisma that we can't fully grasp because we don't speak Portuguese. But he's got some charisma too. Now I don't think he's gonna be saying no call outs if he wins this fight, but he already called out the person he was going to call out in the last fight. So I don't see no.
You think he'll call out Izzy again if he wins?
If he calls out anybody, it'd be Tom Aspinall.
You think so? I think
I like that.
I think that would be incredible.
Yeah. Can I change my diplomatic?
I honestly think that's exactly what he'll do.
I mean,
that's exactly what he'll do.
And it's almost like a lot of people will be like, how can you deny him? Well, conventional wisdom says you need to defend the belt a couple more times, but monetarily, people would say, let's go ahead and book that fight. So
because even if they didn't do it, if he has the cojones to even make the call out, people are going to be like, whoa, he wanted it.
Yeah.
And he just comes on and all he says is Tom Aspinall's name, and then just
drops the mic and walks off.
Deadpan.
He can speak a little English, so
no, we don't want that. We just want the
name.
No,
I don't need a whole sentence. I just need to say
Israel, daddy's home. So scary. It's like, Israel, daddy's home.
Yeah, that was funny. Okay, I forgot about that.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. I wish he would have just said the Pikachu thing. That would have been hilarious.
Man.
I think
that's what I'm talking about. Alex is such a troll.
He's a massive troll.
He got a whole jacket to make fun of this dude. He got some
can't come on the mic. Pika Pee. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been funny.
Oh, man.
Cool.
For sure.
So was that the last one?
For you guys. That's all I got. Yeah.
Cool. So that was good. That was good. We are super hyped for UFC 300. We got a lot of content coming to you guys, but if you have not liked, subscribe, make sure you do that. Make sure you jump on Bad MMA Math and like and subscribe and follow everything that they're doing there. I say we are doing there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so until next time, make sure you tune in.
Bye.
Thank you.